Hey everybody, welcome to What You're Reading, where youth services librarians from around DeKalb County talk about their quarantine reads. My name is Fran and I am from the North Lake Library.
Hi, I'm Mia and I'm from the Decatur Library.
Hi, I'm Angela and I'm from the County Line Ellenwood Library.
And I'm Nicole. I'm from the Harrison Crossing Library.
And this time we are going to be talking about mysteries and thrillers that we have been reading recently, or that we've read in the past that we really enjoyed. The one that I'm going to talk about is, if I can get my image up here, Sadie by Courtney Summers. There it is. This one's available on Overdrive. It's a little bit heavy. I think a lot of us are doing some heavy ones this time, so we're going to give you a couple little side racks of ones that are a little less heavy, but this one will really appeal if you like true crime podcasts. It's actually done in a podcast style with the structure of the book, so there'll be chapters that are written as if it is a podcast written about Sadie's story, and then there'll be chapters that are more directly what Sadie's experiencing at that moment. Basically, Sadie's mom just disappeared on her, so she's been raising her little sister on her own, but then one day her little sister is found dead and she thinks she knows who is responsible for it, and so she decides to bring her sister's killer to justice. Since the police aren't, she's just going to do it on her own. In terms of content warning, you know, that is as sad as it sounds. There's also sexual assault in this, so if that's something you're not comfy with, just know that going in. I would recommend this for older teens, but also maybe an adult crossover for people who are interested in true crime podcasts. It's really well written. I think that if you are at all interested in true crime podcasts and have listened to some of them, the way that it nails those sections is just brilliant. I think it's a really good one. For a more light read that is also really, really good, I recommend Truly Devious by Maureen. That's the first in a series. Those are, you know, they've got some heavier themes in them too, but not like this. Like that one's a really good teen mystery series to get into.
I'm the lighter. I do more what are called cozy mysteries. I cannot sleep at night if I do anything true crime. So I'm doing one that's a little bit older, and here I can show you. There we go. So it's Meg Cabot, who I love. If her name sounds familiar, it's because she did The Princess Diaries. So that can kind of give you an idea that it's lighter and fluffier. And it's called, the series is The Mediator. The first one is called Shadowland, and it's on Overdrive. The ebook is checked out, but the audiobook is currently available. And then the rest of the series is available on both ebook or audio. The audiobook covers, though, are really bad, so don't judge it by its cover. But the series is The Mediator because she sees dead people. And so she helps them basically, you know, cross over. And there's usually a mystery involved because they're dead. So when she's just moving to California from New York, her name's Susie. She's in high school, and when she wants to start over and just spend less time at the cemetery and more time being just a teenager, but when she moves in to the house, there's a ghost in her room, which spoiler alert is a love interest.
He's hot. He's a hot ghost.
I know. A little bit. Who says he doesn't need her help, and then when she goes to school, there's a ghost there who recently died and doesn't want her help because she's set on revenge. So it's her trying to prevent the ghost from doing any harm. So the series is about 6 books. It's really good. And if you like that sort of lighter mystery, Allie Carter is another good author who's also kind of more cozy.
Cool.
Yeah, I can't do, y'all are pretty hardcore.
Yeah, I'm taking you to the dark side with mine.
I think all of ours are like pretty serious. So
yeah, I don't like mine that have any tie to real life. So like the ghost thing, I'm like, okay, it's fine then, because that can't happen. Well, you know.
Mia, are you telling me I don't have a ghost boyfriend? Are you saying my ghost boyfriend isn't real?
We'll talk about that later.
Okay, thank you.
So I am doing, I'm talking about Tiffany D. Jackson's book, Allegedly. And it is, I don't know if you can see that right there, but it's available on Overdrive in audio and in ebook. And I think there's a small wait list on it right now for the audiobook, but I believe there's an ebook available right now. So essentially, Allegedly is about a girl. Her name is Mary, and she is an African-American girl who was accused of murdering a baby when she was 9 years old because the baby was in the care her mom was keeping, was watching a child, babysitting a neighbor's kid, and the 9-year-old is accused of killing the baby while they were watching the baby. It's a white baby, it's a black kid. She goes to what they call baby prison. Basically, she's locked up until she's about 16, 17 years old, and then she is sent to a group home. So the book starts out when she's in the group home, and then she basically has to kind of fight for her life with the other girls in the group home because they all have like a territorial type things, and some of them hate her and stuff like that. So there's a lot going on, but then it's the whole book is allegedly she killed this 9-year-old. So I mean the baby when she was 9, but she places doubt in your mind as did she really do it or did her mom kill this baby. Ooh. And what really happened. And her mom is considered she's married to a minister that's like, well, and she's a very Christian hearted person and everything. So she tells a totally different story from what the child tells. But then you find out that the mom has a lot of stuff that's kind of suspect in her past. And it goes back and forth. And it's just almost like a psychological thriller. Really, really deep. And I would recommend this for older teens as well. I just feel like the subject matter is a little too deep for younger teens, but it is an awesome read. It keeps you guessing until the end, and Tiffany Jackson writes so well. It's just it was awesome book. So, but yeah, I would recommend it if you like that kind of like mind game kind of play, with your head. It's not that ordinary whodunit. Because you're still wondering, did she really kill the baby, or did the mom do it, or is she gonna, what's going on? So.
I feel like I read it a while ago. It was a Peach nominee a few years back, and I read it then, and I feel like you can pull a lot about commentary on the criminal justice system from it as well. I think it's it's just really, really well done, but. Again,
and this isn't a kid that's just she's not a dumb kid.
No,
she's a smart kid. Could take the SATs and and probably make a 1600 on her first try. Like she's a smart kid. So even and that even plays more into the mind games.
Yeah, and it's just it's like, she's 9 when all of that happens.
When all of that happens, so there's a couple of flashback episodes in there and stuff like that, and then her and going to talk to the mom of the dead baby, and so it's just all this kind of stuff, and so it's really, really good. I would recommend it to anyone who's looking for that type of mystery that's not that regular whodunit type thing. So, and like I said, it keeps you guessing till the end.
See, I would have to read the end first because I'd be too tense.
No, it would totally destroy the book if you read the end first. You really, 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 really need to. I mean, and it's actually a good one to listen to as well. I actually I've read it, but I recommended it to someone as an audiobook, and they said the audio was awesome. So, and I've listened to a little bit of an audio, but I think you really get involved in these characters, and then, so, and then your heart kind of goes out for this kid that's being you know, was locked up at 9 years old. She
Yeah.
literally was locked up
Yeah.
in prison with older teens and young adult women when she was 9, 10, 11 years old. And they kept her kind of like in solitary confinement for a good part of her life. And so it's yeah. Read it.
I have it checked out right now. All right, so I am rounding us out with my pick, and I've been meaning to read this for such a long time. It came out in 2015, but it's called Suicide Notes from Beautiful Girls by Lynn Weingarten. And like always, I'm listening to the audiobook. And this story, it's a mystery thriller, so it keeps you on your toes. I'm about halfway done, and I don't know where it's going. So that's different for me when it comes to a mystery thriller. Like, I don't know what's going to happen. So I find that very, very interesting. But it's about a girl named June who comes back from break and finds out that her friend, who she has lost touch with, has committed suicide. And she doesn't believe that it happened. She starts investigating all of those around her, and she finds out a lot of information that is very suspicious. The characters, even the side characters, are super well developed for like a mystery, and I think that's what's throwing me. Because normally you're like, oh, well, I don't know about, that person over there, so they clearly didn't do it. It has to be this. No, everyone is well developed. Now, there is some sexual content in it, so I would recommend this for, older teens. Online says grades 10 through 12, and I would probably agree with that. But yeah, I want to know what happens and where it goes. So again, it's called Suicide Notes from Beautiful Girls, and it's on Overdrive. And as a little side note, because I have a side one as well, if you haven't read it yet, A Good Girl's Guide to Murder.
One, two.
Yes, it is available on Overdrive in ebook and e-audiobook. There's a little wait for the e-audiobook, I believe. There's a longer wait for the ebook. But if you have listened to the first season of Serial, the podcast, this is so much like it. I couldn't stop listening when I first started reading and listening to it on audiobook. You can't put it down. So I have two. That's it.
I love how you say it keeps you guessing. See, I don't like that because it makes me too tense while I'm reading, and so I have to read the ending because I can't handle. I'm like, I don't.
I love it. Like, make me think 20 different things are going to happen. And
Exactly. Yeah.
like, just
that's kind of like
me around. Yeah.
I do have to, you say you can't put it down, but that's when I have to put it down because I have to breathe. And then
I'll
pick
hold
it back.
my breath and I'll go to the end.
I love a mystery that makes you want to take notes. Yes. Like, makes you wish you owned the book so you could highlight it. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Since we did so many heavy ones, I'm just going to quick plug for the Study in Charlotte series. It's like this one's lighter. I feel like not only did we do heavy ones, but we did ones that I would recommend for older teens. If you're in the younger teen area, this is like a modern retelling of Sherlock Holmes, but both Holmes and Watson are like young teenage girls. It's really good. So.
And I realized I didn't say an age for mine, but mine is fine for the younger set. It's cozy.
Perfect. Okay, so that's it from us this week. Thank you so much for watching. We'll be back next week with more of our quarantine reads, and we hope that you have a wonderful week. Bye.